Hello and welcome back. You know where you are. Before we get into this video, please make sure to subscribe, because without that, how will you know about me putting out more videos? You know, subscribe so that you get notified when my new videos go live. Now, today is a Wednesday. I forgot what day it was, but today is a Wednesday and I'm going to be doing one of my lower body sessions, one of the new sessions. So I'll take you along with me. I've got my phone in front of me. I'm going to read out the session for you so you know what we are doing. So very exciting stuff. Gonna start off, as always, with some planks just to make sure that my midsection stays nice and tight throughout the session. It helps just kind of with that sort of sensation of, right, what position does my midsection need to be in for the session. Then we're going to have abductor, 2 sets, hip thrusts, 2 sets, but 2 seconds pause in the squeeze and in the stretch. So at the top and at the bottom, that's going to be painful. Then the front foot elevated split squat, just 1 set of that. Then a glute leg press, 2 sets of that. So glute bias leg press, so high and narrow sort of stance, 2 sets of that, which is going to be fun with a pause right in that stretch, right, with those legs at the bottom. And then the banded hyperextension, 2 sets of that, so just making it that little bit harder with that band, making it difficult right at the top. And then 2 sets of glute med kickbacks. What a beautiful session. I've got a feeling I'm going to struggle walking out of that session as well. I've got my post-workout with me, all prepared, all in the bowl. It's gonna go in with me. I need to pop over somewhere right after this session, so food has come with me. Staying nice and prepared. We never leave the house without a meal, as Kuba would say. So I knew I'm going to be out a little bit longer, so I need to take my meal with me. But right, rather than me chatting, let's get in the gym. Let's get started. I reckon this is going to be an absolutely fantastic session for glutes, because I'm a bikini girl, and what do I need more of? Glutes. So I've not done this session yet, so you're going to get my sort of live reaction as we're getting through it. So we're gonna get ready for an amazing session. I've got a feeling it's going to be brutal, but I kind of love this shit. Let's get in the gym. Right, everyone, I have forgotten to film my planks, so just believe me that I did them. Well, I did do them, I just didn't film them. We're going to start off with an abductor. I'm going to be doing 2 sets on here. And yeah, my favourite abductor, the glute meter, I believe it's called, is unfortunately out of order. So we're going to have to use this one. But I don't mind. It's still going to be wonderful, because this was my go-to before we got the other one. Oh. Ah. Fucking hell. Oh. Oh, fucking hell. Now, we are moving on to hip thrust. We're going to do on here 2 second pause at the top and 2 second pause at the bottom, which is going to be, I just know it. I need to have a drink. Oh. If you like my shaker, I've gotten it from Engineered Muscle. A fantastic brand, UK-based brand. Some incredible supplements that they're bringing out, as well as stocking other incredible stuff, supplements from different brands. So check them out. I don't have a code, but check them out nevertheless. Definitely a good brand to support. Right. Oh. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Ground floor elevator, split squat, let's go. Change of plans. Typical when I needed a smith from the 3 smith machines that we have got, 2 are broken and one of them is occupied with a guy who's doing another 3 sets and I'm not waiting around. So this is not something that I like doing. It pisses me off, but you know, he deserves to get his session done as much as I do, right? He was there first. So I just need to work around it. So what I'm doing, I'm going to do the leg press first and then the front foot elevator split squat. Just is what it is. I'm just going to do this and then just make a note. Next time I do the session, I've done it, this stuff, I've swapped them around. Yeah, don't have to deal with it. It's not that deep. You know what I've just realised? And it's just so stupid of me. But bad habit, you know with filming with your phone? Because I'm filming on my Osmo. You're on my Osmo right now. With the phone, you know, like you use the back facing camera is better quality, but you can't see yourself. And that's how I always set up the Osmo. It doesn't matter because I just can turn around the Osmo. It's the same lens, but I can see whether I'm in the frame or not. So that's what I'm going to do right now. How does it feel? Facing me a different way. You don't know about it, but I do, because I can see that I'm actually in the frame. Magic. This feels light. Now, for the love of God, I always say it, warm up. Warm up when you do any bigger movement, leg press. You're going to be moving a lot more weight than you are as compared to like a kickback, right? You probably need a few extra warm up sets. Kickbacks, I tend to do a set also for warm up, just to figure out the right position I need to be in, see how everything's feeling, get everything nice and warm, and then go into my working sets. With a leg press, imagine coming from 0 to like 5 plates aside, for example. Just an accident waiting to happen, injury waiting to happen. So make sure to warm up, gradually increase the weight to figure out what to work with. If you've got a bad day, maybe you didn't sleep too well, potentially might need to back off ever so slightly. But warm up. You're going to take anything away from this? Warm up. Oh, my mouth is throbbing. Oh, that's awful. After having my teeth out, certain movements, I'm just still struggling with being able to push myself fully there yet, just because I'm not fully recovered yet. So, just just need to stay patient. Literally, I feel like the stitches in my mouth are going to explode. Fucking typical. Someone's jumped on that Smith. So I'm going to have to plug him in and try and do it differently. Show us if it works. Oh, I fucking hate this. Oh, it is what it is. I might have to grab dumbbells. But stability in this full movement is not my strong point. Right, we'll see how that goes. Am I still annoyed that I can't get on the Smith? Yeah, I think what makes it worse is because I'm not going to be able to train for a little while. I just wanted to have a really good session. But at the end of the day, those people wanted to get on the machine just as much as I did. Just got there first. It is what it is, right? They have the right to use the machine just as much as I do. If I wanted to have a machine at my disposal, I need to get myself a private gym. That's the truth, isn't it? I'm hoping they're going to fix those Smiths. I'm just going to have to try and make this work. Adapt and overcome. That's what we're doing right now. Now, on the Smith, I'd find it a lot easier to keep my body weight on that front leg because essentially I'm safer in that position where I've got the bar I can hold on to, lean back, and as I come up I'd usually even lift my back leg up so I can't actually push away from it. Where with this, I don't have that ability because how long-legged I am, and long legs, I need to really bend over to keep my stuff body weight on that front leg if I was to try and pick up my back one as well, which I'm not able to do here. But that still felt pretty good, so I'll take it. I'll take that. So just looking at myself in there. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. I'll take that as a win. Now, banded hyperextension. Can't remember the last time I've done it banded, so that's going to be interesting. Yeah, just need to get dumbbells. Right. What I reckon I'll do, I'll warm up. I need to adjust this. I will warm up, no dumbbells, see how that feels. Then add the band, see how that feels, then do a working set. Yeah. I would say I see a lot of people try and target their glutes with this movement, but they're doing this. That's how you end up using a lot of your erectors for this movement. The more neutral you can keep the spine, so thinking this rather than sticking your bum out. So, what I've said before, if you want massive glutes, think about trying to make them look as small as possible. This is how you're going to get the most you can out of this glute. And another thing, to keep the tension on the glutes, don't go all the way down. Think about squeezing your glutes as you come down into the stretch. You're trying to fight it, squeeze, and then you probably find here is where you start to lose tension. And that's where you squeeze your glutes super hard, push through your hips to come up and fully shorten them. So that range of motion is actually much shorter than people realise. Oh, that burns in a good way. Let's get down to this again. Oh God. Oh, God, you know. Fuck yeah. Here we are. Final movement of the session, which is glute med kickback. I used to hate this movement. Actually, now I quite like it. Because I think I figured out what works for me now with this. So I'm able to maximise what I can get out of it. Some people like to set it up fully side on. Some people like to set it up straight on and move their foot diagonal. I kind of do an in between just because I find that works best for me. So for me, what I do is set my non-working side foot at a slight diagonal and move this foot out on the side. So essentially, I will then move my foot back in line with the cable stack. It's easier for me to keep track of it. But in regards to my body, it's moving out at a diagonal. So it's targeting that glute med a little bit more. So I find that's what works for me. Another thing that I find with this movement, people a lot of times think they need to move their leg like up. That's when your lower back takes over. The range of motion for the kickback is actually a lot shorter than people think. Literally think about keeping your stomach tight, midsection tight, and drag your foot down and back until you fully squeeze your glute, and then come back into the stretch. What I'm going to do after this, I'm going to do a little bit of posing. My client Lizzie, who's second back on stage this year, she's been away for a few years, prioritised family, business, etc. Gonna step back on stage, but since she's competed, things have changed ever so slightly. So just helping her out a little bit with posing as well. We're practicing with what's hair, feeling super confident and comfortable with that when you step on stage. To things for that. Has some guidance for that for when she can practice. We're done. I'm desperate for a week where I'm hoping I can hold it in and not make it look like I've got a massive stomach when I do this posing. Right, can I get myself in the shot? Okay, get my shoes on. This is going to be interesting. I've got these heels without straps, and I always use strap ones. So hopefully I don't stack it. Okay. Right, I'm gonna take my socks off. Done. All of that footage that I've just filmed for my client, all of it was out of focus. Like, badly out of focus. Guess he's got to do it again. I have made it back to my car with my post-workout, which I've not eaten yet because I brought everything apart from the spoon to eat it with into the gym. So I'm gonna eat it now. And whilst I make it, we can have a little chit chat about my session. I enjoyed this session. Yes, didn't have the Smith, not ideal, but I'm gonna have it in the future, so that's all that matters. Let me focus on pouring the water in. I don't want to put too much water in it and then be soupy. Now, I'm going to have a little procedure done, so I'm not going to be training for a little while. So to say that was the last sort of session. Prior to that, I am pretty happy. However, the posing was a right shit show. Speaking of posing, where I'm going now is I'm going to a venue where we're going to have our Empower Challenge photo shoot and our team posing seminar, which is super, super exciting. So this is the sort of perks that you get if you work with me through coaching. So if you are interested, I am taking on clients. Follow the link in the description or drop me a comment if you are interested, and I'll send you some more information about coaching and working with me. Whatever goals you have, we're going to put some wonderful timelines in place and get to working on those goals together. Now, I am going to have my post-workout, then go to the venue, check things out. Gaz is going to actually be doing the photo shoot, so we're just having a look at what's available there. Is there anything that he needs to hire to just make the best sort of use of the space? So that's the sort of things we are going to be doing there. But I need to have my post-workout, which I'm going to show you now. Beautiful. Cream of rice, blueberries, strawberries, and whey isolates, which I always make into a little paste. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy that. I hope you've enjoyed this video as well. I hope you enjoyed me figuring out my session with me. I reckon some movements I can go a little bit heavier with. Things like the glute med kickback, I've actually started off a little bit light and I've done too many reps, so I've gone heavy for the second. Next time I'm going to start off heavy as well, so that's going to be good. Really looking forward to progressing with this session. But yeah, if you made it this far, please give it a thumbs up, give it a like, give this video a like. It really does help me and support me. And what is even more of a support for me and for this channel is if you subscribe and stay up to date with everything that I'm posting. So subscribe now, and I shall see you in the next one.